2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness? This is seek the Most High Kingdom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to the Akwin listening and learning, Shalom. I read 2 Corinthians 6 and 14 because of the National Day of Prayer they had at the White House, I guess a day or so ago. And they had various speakers, who was into the clergy. They came up and speak, and they had a Hindu speak as well. They had a Baptist. I think they had some Protestants and a bunch of heathen, speakers. This article is from the Tribune. It said, Pahuri Harish Brahmbhatt speaks at the U.S. presidential Trump look on at the Rose Garden of the White House in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. This was the day of, National Day of Prayer. They're praying for the COVID-19 for the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, to remove his wrath off the land and lighten this COVID-19. Continue to read it. The sacred Vedic Shanti path of the peace prayer was recited by the Hindu priests in the Rose Garden of the White House on the occasion of the National Day of Prayer service to pray for the health, safety, and well-being of everyone affected by the coronavirus pandemic. And that's what's happening. Now they decide, it's time to pray. It's time to call on the Most High, but yet they still calling on various gods. There are many gods, and they'll still continue to call. Now the U.S., they're a follower of JC. So they're a follower of JC, but yet they calling on a Hindu god for prayer and safety, instead of just staying focused on JC. And we know he's not a god as well. He's a man. He's a man by the name of Caesar Borgia. He's a rapist, and he a murderer. Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my word behind thee? And that's what the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai is telling Esau. They hate instructions. Have they not in this wicked kingdom kept any of the law, statute, commandments of the Most High? No, they haven't. Now they're calling on a National Day of Prayer, and they have a Hindu god, a Hindu priest praying to a Hindu god for the well-being and safety of America. The hypocrites are Esau and his kingdom. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? And now that they see that their kingdom is being brought down to the ground, they crying out to gods, and they crying out to many gods. But the God of Abraham, Isaac, and of Jacob, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, he's rendered his recompense upon the world. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. And that's what's happening in America right now. Only a base man will have a Hindu priest to have his God to pray for America. America who pride themselves on the followers of JC, but yet they're following after a Hindu god to save them out of this coronavirus pandemic. And who is that? Esau is crying to a Hindu god for prayer. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the tables of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, Thou art my sister, and call on understanding thy king's woman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. And that's what this kingdom, this wicked nation should have been doing from the beginning, is keeping up the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and live. But instead, they have sown wickedness throughout the earth. Now they're calling on all the gods of the earth to come in and to relieve this pandemic, to ward off this pandemic that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is bringing upon the earth. But now they're crying and their prayers are not being heard because they're praying to strange gods. And again, they're praying to strange gods, which are no gods. And again, the key word there is lay up my commandments with thee, and keep my commandments and live, and the law as the apple of mine eye. The Most High gave us law, statute, commandments to live. The Most High said to his sons, the sons will be you so-called Black, Latino, Mexican, and Native Americans. You are the sons of the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and of Jacob. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah is his name. And he's only really looking for the elect of Israel. But this National Day of Prayer, you got the children of fools, base men, and they have other gods coming praying to ward off this coronavirus pandemic. And it's failing miserably. Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art an holy people unto the Most High, thy power. The Most High Yahweh, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And you so-called Black, Latino, Mexicans, and Native Americans, you are the elect of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and you are above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So repent and come back to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and return unto the God of Abraham, Isaac, and of Jacob, because you are above all people upon the face of the earth. You have been ordained, that way from your birth of the righteous seed of Abraham, Isaac, and of Jacob. So again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to the Aquan, listening and learning. Shalom, and to the next one.